Welcome to the land of pharaohs, pyramids, and timeless wonders. Egypt. From the majestic Nile River to the iconic Great Pyramids of Giza, Egypt is a land steeped in history, culture, and intrigue. Join us as we embark on an unforgettable journey to explore the ancient wonders and modern marvels of this captivating country. Popular destinations. Discover Egypt's most iconic landmarks, from the awe-inspiring Pyramids of Giza to the majestic temples of Luxor and the tranquil waters of the Nile River. Explore ancient ruins, bustling cities, and serene oases as we showcase the top destinations that capture the essence of Egypt's enduring allure. Pyramids of Giza. The Pyramids of Giza, including the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the Pyramid of Khafre, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, are among the most iconic and recognizable landmarks in the world. These ancient wonders, built over 400–500 years ago as tombs for pharaohs, continue to awe visitors with their massive scale, precision engineering, and enigmatic allure. Explore the surrounding plateau to uncover the enigmatic Sphinx and marvel at the architectural mastery of the ancient Egyptians. Luxor. Known as the world's greatest open-air museum, Luxor is a treasure trove of ancient Egyptian history and monuments. Visit the Karnak Temple Complex, an awe-inspiring collection of temples, chapels, and obelisks dedicated to the god Amun-Ra, and the majestic Luxor Temple, built by Amenhotep III and later expanded by Ramses II. Cross the Nile to explore the Valley of the Kings, where pharaohs were laid to rest in elaborately decorated tombs, including the tomb of Tutankhamun. Aswan. Nestled along the banks of the Nile River, Aswan is a serene and picturesque city renowned for its beautiful natural landscapes and historical sites. Sail on a traditional felucca boat to explore the tranquil waters of the Nile, and visit the nearby Elephantine Island, home to ancient ruins and the Nubian village, where you can experience Nubian culture and hospitality. Discover the stunning temples of Philae and Abu Simbel, relocated to higher ground to preserve them from flooding after the construction of the Aswan High Dam. Cairo. As the bustling capital of Egypt, Cairo offers a vibrant mix of ancient wonders, Islamic architecture, and modern amenities. Explore the historic Islamic quarter of Old Cairo, home to the medieval citadel of Saladin and the ornate Sultan Hassan Mosque. Wander through the bustling Khan el-Khalili Bazaar, where you can haggle for spices, textiles, and souvenirs, and sample delicious street food like kashari and falafel. Don't miss the Egyptian Museum, home to a vast collection of artifacts, including the treasures of Tutankhamun. Abu Simbel. Located near the southern border of Egypt, Abu Simbel is home to two magnificent temples built by Ramses II in the 13th century BC. The Great Temple of Abu Simbel is dedicated to Ramses II himself, adorned with colossal statues and intricate carvings depicting military victories and religious scenes. The smaller temple is dedicated to Ramses's beloved wife, Queen Nefertari, and features exquisite statues of the royal couple. Witness the incredible phenomenon of the Sun Festival, where sunlight illuminates the inner sanctum of the temple on the anniversary of Ramses II's ascension to the throne. Alexandria. Situated on the Mediterranean coast, Alexandria is a city steeped in history and legend, once home to the ancient Library of Alexandria and the Pharos Lighthouse, one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Explore the modern Bibliotheca Alexandrina, a stunning cultural center and library that pays homage to its ancient predecessor. Stroll along the picturesque Corniche waterfront, lined with cafes and seafood restaurants, and visit the Roman amphitheater and catacombs of Kom el-Shakafa to delve into Alexandria's rich past. Siwa Oasis. Tucked away in the vast Sahara Desert, Siwa Oasis is a tranquil haven of palm groves, freshwater springs, and ancient ruins. Explore the oasis on a traditional donkey cart or bicycle, visiting attractions like the Temple of the Oracle, where Alexander the Great famously sought guidance from the priestesses of Amun. Relax in the soothing waters of Cleopatra's Bath, a natural spring believed to have been frequented by the legendary queen herself, and witness breathtaking sunsets over the shimmering salt flats of the surrounding desert. Dahab. Located on the southeastern coast of the Sinai Peninsula, Dahab offers a laid-back atmosphere and stunning natural beauty. Dive into the crystal-clear waters of the Red Sea to discover vibrant coral reefs teeming with marine life, including colorful fish, turtles, and even the occasional reef shark. Whether you're a seasoned diver or a novice snorkeler, Dahab's diverse underwater world is sure to captivate and inspire. White Desert. Step into a surreal landscape straight out of a fantasy novel in the White Desert, located in Egypt's western desert region. Here, wind and sand have sculpted chalk rock formations into otherworldly shapes, creating an ethereal landscape that seems to defy the laws of nature. Spend a night under the starry desert sky, camping amidst the stark white rocks and marveling at the tranquility and beauty of this unique wilderness. Philae Temple. Situated on the picturesque island of Philae in the Nile River, the Philae Temple complex is dedicated to the goddess Isis and dates back to the Ptolemaic and Roman periods. Explore the intricately carved reliefs and hieroglyphs that adorn the temple walls, depicting scenes from ancient Egyptian mythology and religious rituals. Originally located on the island of Philae, the temple was relocated to its current site on Agilkia Island to save it from being submerged by the rising waters of the Nile after the construction of the Aswan High Dam. Mount Sinai. Towering over the rugged landscape of the Sinai Peninsula, Mount Sinai holds immense religious and historical significance as the traditional site where Moses received the 10 Commandments from God. Embark on a pilgrimage to the summit of this sacred mountain, following in the footsteps of prophets and pilgrims who have sought spiritual enlightenment for centuries. As you ascend the rocky trail, pause to admire breathtaking vistas of the surrounding desert and witness a spectacular sunrise that illuminates the vast expanse of the Sinai Peninsula in a golden glow, a truly awe-inspiring and unforgettable experience. Uncover Egypt's hidden treasures, where enchanting secrets lie hidden amidst remote oases, rugged mountains, and ancient ruins. We're thrilled to reveal these lesser-known gems to you, promising even more captivating destinations in future videos. If you're eager to continue uncovering unique places and experiences with us, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Your support will not only help our channel grow, but also inspire fellow travel enthusiasts to embark on their own Egyptian adventures. Wadi El Hitan. Journey to the Valley of the Whales. In Wadi El Hitan, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in the Western Desert, and discover fossilized remains of ancient whales and marine life, preserved in the desert sands. The Temple of Hathor at Dendera. Explore the exquisite Temple of Hathor at Dendera, dedicated to the goddess of love and joy, and admire its beautifully preserved reliefs, astronomical ceiling, and mysterious crypts. El Fayum Oasis. Escape the hustle and bustle of city life in Cairo and discover the tranquility of El Fayum Oasis, with its serene lakes, lush farmland, and archaeological sites like the Pyramid of Hawara and the Labyrinth of Qam el Sultan. Qasr Amra. Step back in time at Qasr Amra, a desert castle located in the Jordanian desert, adorned with exquisite frescoes depicting scenes of hunting, music, and relaxation, and marvel at its unique blend of Islamic art and architecture. The Red Monastery. Visit the ancient Red Monastery near Sohag, renowned for its vibrant red brick walls and intricate Coptic carvings, and explore its well-preserved church, chapels, and underground crypts. Immerse yourself in the vibrant culture of Egypt, where ancient traditions and modern influences converge to create a rich tapestry of art, music, and cuisine. From traditional folk dances and colorful festivals to mouthwatering dishes and exquisite handicrafts, experience the warmth and hospitality of the Egyptian people as we celebrate their unique cultural heritage. Pharaonic legacy. Delve into the world of ancient Egypt and learn about the pharaohs, gods, and monuments that shaped the country's history, from the construction of the pyramids to the rise and fall of mighty empires. Islamic heritage. Discover the influence of Islam on Egyptian culture and society, from the majestic mosques and minarets of Cairo to the vibrant souks and bustling streets of medieval Islamic Cairo. Nile River life. Experience the timeless rhythm of life along the Nile River, where traditional felucca sailboats ply the waters, fishermen cast their nets, and farmers cultivate the fertile banks of the river delta. Folk traditions. Explore Egypt's rich tapestry of folk traditions, music, and dance, from the hypnotic rhythms of the tabla and darbuka to the lively performances of the tanura dancers spinning in colorful skirts. Modern Egyptian society. Gain insights into contemporary Egyptian society, from the bustling metropolis of Cairo to the rural villages along the Nile, and learn about the challenges and opportunities facing modern Egyptians in the 21st century. Savor the flavors of Egypt as we embark on a culinary journey through the country's rich and diverse cuisine. From aromatic spices and hearty stews to fresh seafood and sweet pastries, indulge in the tantalizing tastes and aromas that define Egyptian gastronomy and reflect its rich history and cultural influences. Koshari. Indulge in Egypt's national dish, koshari, a comforting and hearty medley of rice, lentils, pasta, and chickpeas, topped with tangy tomato sauce, caramelized onions, and crunchy fried onions. Full Madams. Start your day with a traditional Egyptian breakfast of foul madams, a savory dish of slow-cooked fava beans seasoned with garlic, lemon juice, and olive oil, served with warm pita bread and a variety of toppings like tomatoes, onions, and tahini. Tameya. Sample Egypt's take on falafel with tameya, made from ground fava beans, herbs, and spices, shaped into balls and deep-fried until crispy, served with tahini sauce, pickled vegetables, and fresh salad. Mashi. Delight in the flavors of mashi, stuffed vegetables like vine leaves, zucchini, and bell peppers, filled with a fragrant mixture of rice, herbs, and spices, and simmered in a savory tomato sauce until tender and flavorful. Kunafa. Treat your sweet tooth to kunafa, a decadent dessert made from shredded phyllo dough layered with sweet cheese or cream, soaked in sugar syrup, flavored with rosewater or orange blossom water, and baked until golden and crispy. Embark on thrilling outdoor adventures as we explore Egypt's diverse landscapes, from the golden sands of the desert to the crystal-clear waters of the Red Sea. Dive into the vibrant coral reefs, trek through ancient valleys, and embark on camel safaris as we showcase the exhilarating outdoor experiences that await in Egypt. Desert Safari. Explore the vast deserts of Egypt on a desert safari, riding camels or 4x4 vehicles across the sandy dunes, camping under the stars, and experiencing the silence and solitude of the desert wilderness. Diving in the Red Sea. Dive into the crystal-clear waters of the Red Sea and discover a vibrant underwater world teeming with colorful coral reefs, exotic fish, and marine life, with world-class dive sites like Ras Mohammed, Tiran Island, and Dahab. Snorkeling in the Sinai. Snorkel in the shallow waters of the Sinai Peninsula and encounter stunning coral gardens, sea turtles, and tropical fish, as well as the famous Blue Hole and Coral Garden reefs, renowned for their beauty and biodiversity. Nile River Cruises. Embark on a leisurely Nile River cruise and sail in style aboard a traditional felucca or luxury riverboat, passing by ancient temples, lush riverbanks, and picturesque villages along the legendary River of Egypt. Hot air ballooning. Soar above the iconic landscapes of Luxor and the Valley of the Kings on a hot air balloon ride, enjoying panoramic views of the ancient temples, tombs, and monuments that line the banks of the Nile. Discover the incredible wildlife of Egypt, from majestic birds and elusive big cats to marine creatures and desert dwellers. Journey through pristine habitats, national parks, and protected reserves as we encounter brown bears, lynxes, pelicans, and other fascinating species that call Egypt home. Nile River Wildlife. Cruise along the Nile River and spot a variety of wildlife, including Nile crocodiles, water birds like herons and kingfishers, and mammals like river otters and Egyptian mongoose, as well as the occasional glimpse of the elusive Nile monitor lizard. Ras Mohammed National Park. Dive or snorkel in Ras Mohammed National Park, a marine-protected area at the southern tip of the Sinai Peninsula, and encounter a rich diversity of marine life, including reef sharks, manta rays, sea turtles, and schools of colorful fish. Wadi El Jamal National Park. Explore the rugged landscapes of Wadi El Jamal National Park in the eastern desert, home to desert foxes, gazelles, and Nubian ibex, as well as migratory birds and rare plant species adapted to the harsh desert environment. Dolphin Reef. Swim with wild dolphins in the crystal-clear waters of the Dolphin Reef near Marsa Alam, where pods of spinner dolphins frequent the area, offering visitors the chance to observe and interact with these playful marine mammals in their natural habitat. White Desert Wildlife. Discover the unique wildlife of Egypt's White Desert, including desert foxes, sandcats, and fennec foxes, as well as nocturnal creatures like sand gerbils and desert hedgehogs, adapted to the extreme conditions of the desert environment. Get insider tips and essential advice for planning your trip to Egypt, from visa requirements and transportation options to cultural customs and safety tips. Whether you're a first-time visitor or a seasoned traveler, our practical tips and recommendations will help you make the most of your Egyptian adventure. Visa requirements. Check the visa requirements for your nationality before traveling to Egypt and ensure that your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned date of departure. Health and safety. Stay hydrated and protect yourself from the sun and heat by wearing sunscreen, a hat, and lightweight clothing, especially during the hot summer months. And take precautions against mosquito bites and insect-borne diseases, particularly in rural areas and during the rainy season. Currency and payments. Exchange currency at banks or authorized exchange bureaus for the best rates, and carry a mix of cash and credit debit cards for payments, as ATMs may not be readily available in remote areas, and some establishments may only accept cash. Cultural etiquette. Respect local customs and traditions by dressing modestly, especially when visiting religious sites and conservative areas, and ask for permission before taking photos of people or sensitive locations, out of courtesy and respect for their privacy. Language tips. Learn a few basic Arabic phrases and greetings to communicate with locals, and use polite expressions like shukran, thank you, and salam alaikum, peace be upon you, to show appreciation and goodwill. Transportation options. Use a combination of public transportation, taxis, and organized tours to explore Egypt's cities and attractions, and consider hiring a local guide or driver for personalized experiences and insights into Egyptian culture and history. Travel insurance. Purchase travel insurance that includes coverage for medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and baggage loss or theft, and carry a copy of your insurance policy and contact information for emergency assistance, as healthcare services in Egypt may vary in quality and accessibility. Shopping and bargaining. Practice your bargaining skills when shopping in Egypt's markets and souks, and be prepared to negotiate prices for souvenirs, handicrafts, and other goods, keeping in mind that haggling is a common and accepted practice in Egyptian culture. Tipping etiquette. Tip service providers like tour guides, drivers, and hotel staff, as tipping is customary in Egypt and an important source of income for many workers, with a standard gratuity of 10–15% considered appropriate for good service. Stay informed. Stay informed about current events and travel advisories in Egypt by monitoring local news sources and government websites, and register with your embassy or consulate upon arrival to receive important updates and assistance during your stay. Dive into the fascinating world of Egypt with these fun and surprising facts that showcase the country's rich history, culture, and natural wonders. From ancient mysteries and architectural marvels to quirky traditions and record-breaking achievements, learn something new and intriguing about this timeless land of pharaohs and pyramids. Egypt is home to the world's oldest known civilization, with a history dating back over 5,000 years, encompassing the ancient kingdoms of Upper and Lower Egypt, the Pharaonic dynasties, and the rule of Alexander the Great and the Ptolemaic dynasty. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu in the 26th century BCE, is the only remaining wonder of the ancient world and one of the most iconic symbols of Egypt, with its precise construction and astronomical alignment still baffling historians and archaeologists. The ancient Egyptian calendar, known as the civil calendar, consisted of 12 months of 30 days each, with an additional 5 intercalary days known as the epigomenal days added at the end of the year to bring it in line with the solar calendar. The ancient Egyptians worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, including Ra, the sun god, Isis, the goddess of magic and motherhood, Osiris, the god of the afterlife, and Anubis, the god of mummification and the underworld. The Rosetta Stone, discovered in 1799 by French soldiers during Napoleon's campaign in Egypt, was instrumental in deciphering ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, as it contained the same text in 3 scripts: hieroglyphic, Demotic, and Greek. Egypt's western desert is home to the White Desert, a surreal landscape of chalk rock formations sculpted by wind and sand into otherworldly shapes, including mushroom-shaped rocks, towering pinnacles, and natural arches. The Nile River, the longest river in the world, flows through Egypt from south to north, providing fertile land for agriculture, transportation, and settlements, and supporting a rich diversity of wildlife, including crocodiles, hippopotamuses, and migratory birds. The ancient Egyptians were skilled astronomers and mathematicians, using complex calculations and observations to track the movements of the stars, predict eclipses, and develop calendars for agricultural and religious purposes. Egypt is home to the Sahara Desert, the largest hot desert in the world, covering much of North Africa and spanning over 9 million square kilometers, 3.6 million square miles, with vast stretches of sand dunes, rocky plateaus, and oases. Egypt's western desert is also home to the Great Sand Sea, a vast expanse of sand dunes stretching for hundreds of kilometers across the desert landscape, with towering dunes reaching heights of up to 140 meters, 460 feet, and shifting constantly with the wind. As we conclude our journey through the wonders of Egypt, we hope you've been captivated by the rich history, stunning landscapes, and vibrant culture of this extraordinary land. If you've enjoyed this virtual tour and want to see more travel inspiration, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Until next time, happy travels!